Hey guys, this week we're going to work on Flirting with Disaster by Hatchett. Vocalist, you should download this song and get the lyrics online. It's a fairly straightforward song for vocalists. It's a wonderfully powerful song. It's very aggressive, and it's right, for most of you that have auditioned, it's going to be right in your really powerful range, right in your belting area. You can really be aggressive and have a good time with this one. Everyone who auditioned to play on guitar, I expect you to do as much preparation for this as you did for Why I Am. I will give you some tips on how to go through it here. There will be a chart for you on Thursday, and I'll take you through it a little more, but I expect you to be able to perform everything you see in this video and have a working knowledge of the song by listening to it and memorizing the form and the way it goes. Drummers, just listen to it a ton. Mr. Pieski will go over it with you when we come there on Thursday, but believe me, he will know if you've listened to this a lot and have this form memorized or not. The most important thing will be to memorize the form of the song, the particulars of the song. I will work on assembling it with you on Thursday. So guitar should be familiar with the following riffs that I'm going to show you, and we will put it together as a group on Thursday with the same amount of preparation that was expected of you for the audition song, which you all did a great job. And if you're in this group, it's because you were able to prepare that song. I expect the same amount of preparation from you each week on these songs that we work on. Okay, let's get started. All right, Flirting with Disaster intro. So you're doing a little open E string for the intro. And then you're going to hit that 5th fret A position bar chord. But what you're going to do is you're going to hammer it on and do the shortcut version in the 7th. So you go, and then go to the full on E, which is 7th fret A position. So, and then there's some fills obviously that go all the way up to the 12th and higher. Nice little harmonized stuff. I'm sure a couple of you guys will be able to figure that out. So that's the intro. And then it goes into the verse by going from an E to a D to a C sharp 5 and then a little fill. So, and then we're into the verse. Okay, so part 1 of the verse is in A, and it basically goes from A to a G. And I'm going to do the G as a 3rd fret E position bar chord so that I can do some 5th work in there because it's kind of a bluesy strum. So the verse is going. And you've got plenty of pentatonic you can do in there. We'll add the 7th. So that's the verse, and then it shifts up to part 2 of the verse. Part 2 of the verse is a little bit more complicated, and it's in B. So you're moving to that same kind of strum, the 5th walking strum. And I'm in the 4th fret there, doing it in the key of B. Or you can do it in the 7th fret E position bar chord. And you'll see it's going to depend on which suspended chord you do after, which one of those you choose. So basically it walks a little while and then it does this little B suspended, A suspended, and then back to the B. So this little now if you want to stay down here, there's an alternate way to do it. You could do the walk here and do an A position suspension like that. So either way, you can do it there, or you can bring it up here. Do it kind of. So either way you approach that is fine. It's kind of both, ways of reaching the same thing. Just be careful you don't hit the strings that you're not strumming there, because either one you're doing partials. You're doing partials there or a partial chord there. You're not really doing the full chord. So just make sure you don't strum the strings by accident. So coming out of that, you're doing that little I'm flirting with. Okay, so you do that. We do the suspension. Some nice little fill, so you can stay on the rhythm part there. Just go down. But you could also go D and then do some nice 7th fret E partial fill. Anything you want to do in the B pentatonic to B major Mixolydian range there is nice. Whatever, something nice and, you know, funky, bluesy, and loud. So if you don't, though, the rhythm part there was we're going straight up, you know, it's I'm traveling down that lonesome road. Feels like I'm carrying. And then we've got a little. So we're moving up from an A. You could do it open. But either way, you want to end up on the chord. So I like to do it as a fifth, moving up from the 5th fret, from the A up to a D. So it's still the same chord. It's still D, A, B. But now you're adding in D. I'm traveling down that lonesome road. So I could do as a bar chord here. Feels like I'm and then back to the intro. Okay, intro again. Simple. Okay, so the guitar solo part starts, and the same chords are used in the beginning of the guitar solo as the rhythm part of the guitar solo. So I'll show you that now. So we're starting with just a regular open E, 7th fret A position, to a D, and then you're going to go to an A, G, and then down to an E. And you'll notice right before the drums come in and it starts the rhythmic part of the guitar solo, one time it doesn't go back to the E. It just goes E, D, A, G, and then another G. The big build, 1, 2, 3, and then we go into the same chords, but now with a little rhythm. So we'll do a little strum with it. Approaches the full bar chords with a nice rhythm to it, but you can also do the partials there. It's kind of nice, especially if you're on a lead trebly type guitar. So we can definitely do a little. Nice and trebly as opposed to a fuller. We will need both, so I would go over both just to make sure you're pretty solid on either one. Of course, the ending is just a standard straight up E, D, D sharp E, so you'll just do a single notes, single note. Whatever you want to do. You can do the full chord. If you really practiced it, I don't know why. We got monster bass players. There's no reason. So that's the ending. It's pretty simple.